So what if I told you that almost every single commonly used scale follows the exact same pattern? That you could save weeks of practice and memorization just by internalizing one pattern, one sequence of 7 letters. It is very much so possible, and I'm about to show you how it's done. So if we try to learn each note that's in each scale, every letter name, sharp, flat, or natural, that would take quite a bit of time and effort. And depending on your situation, this may still be necessary. For instance, when reading sheet music, it's very helpful to know what the key signature is, just at a glance. And full disclosure here, I'm just a basic guitar guy, right? So obviously I have not memorized all of the key signatures yet. But on the guitar and other string instruments, as well as keyboard instruments, it's especially easy to think of scales in terms of patterns, without having to worry so much about where the sharps and the flats lie. This whole process gets a little bit easier once you realize that a minor scale is a certain pattern and a major scale is a slightly different pattern. The only difference is which tonic or root note that you start from. Otherwise, they both work together to form one bigger pattern. Now let me show you what I mean by that. Maybe you've heard that every major scale has a relative minor scale. This is the minor scale that uses the same exact notes as the original major scale in question. Another way to say that is they share the same key signature. An easy way to find the root note of the relative minor scale that you're looking for is to find the note that's a minor third below the root note of the major scale. That's 3 half steps below the root note. C major is always the easy example because it only uses the white keys on the piano. The A minor scale also uses the exact same notes. And indeed, A is 3 half steps, or a minor third, below C. So therefore, it is obvious that A minor is the relative minor scale to C major. By using the same exact notes, but shifting the tonal center and the entire focal point of the piece to A instead of C, it creates a completely different minor scale type of sound. And a quick aside here, while soloing or writing melodies for a major scale chord progression, using the relative minor scale can be an easy way to achieve a more interesting sound. It's a nice contrast playing a more melancholy lead over a more pleasant sounding chord. So, to summarize the big picture point that I'm trying to make here, major or minor scale doesn't matter so much. There's a certain pattern of half steps and whole steps shown on the screen now that these notes work well together in. No matter where you start from, major or minor, the sequence is exactly the same. Memorize and internalize that pattern. I wrote it down on a little piece of paper and I stuck it to my wall right by my computer screen. Whatever you need to do, but make reciting this pattern just like second nature. That's 2 whole steps and a half step. 3 more whole steps and another half step. So starting from any note on your instrument, and starting from anywhere within this sequence, you have a roadmap to which notes you should and shouldn't play. Now this is certainly not some universal secret that will unlock all of music theory for you. This pattern applies only to the most basic Western major and minor scales, as well as the other 5 traditional modes. Blues scales, microtonal scales, anything beyond your traditional Western sense of music theory all work quite differently. So if you're strictly in the world of Western music, and you're not planning to play anything outside of that ever, then this may be among the most useful bits of information you will ever learn. This means that most of the scales used in most of the popular music you've heard, most of the songs you will play, are all related in some way. There's one simple sequence that ties all of this music together. Otherwise, it's just another neat factoid to learn. A quick tip, if you will. And that will do for now. I have been Wulf. I would really appreciate it if you go and check out the rest of my channel and check out what else I got going on over there. There's a lot of different things that I do at this point. I do a lot of talks on songwriting. I do a lot of motivational speaking kind of videos that are geared towards musicians and motivating musicians to do better. I do lots of other quick tips like this one here, and I cover a lot of different subjects. And I also do cover songs, original songs. There's a lot going on over here, so go check out the rest of my videos. Leave me some likes and some comments and stuff like that. Subscribe if you're feeling cool, you know the drill. All that self-promotion aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you have fun out there. Catch you next time.